Tibullus, Elegies, Book 1, Part 3. Alas, Messala, you will sail Aegean seas without me, you and the company, but not, please God, forgetting the sick man, captive in Phaeacia, land of the unknown, if only the black goddess withholds her grasping hand. Dark death, withhold, I pray you. I have no mother here to gather up the calcined bones to her sad breast, no sister to bestow Assyrian perfumes on the ashes and weep beside the grave with streaming hair. No Delia, and yet, before she let me leave the city, she sought at every temple council of the gods. 3 times she drew the boy's sacred lots. For her boy reported sure signs from the crossroads. All promised safe return, but nothing could dissuade her from weeping for regret of our long journey. I too, her comforter, after the last farewell, looked for postponement in despair and made excuses, claiming that unlucky birds or omens or Saturn's sacred day compelled my staying. How often I convinced myself after the march began that my stumble in the gateway promised ill. Let no man dare depart from a reluctant love, or he shall know what that God forbade his going. What help, O Delia, your queen of heaven now, devout percussions of the bronze rattle, observance of the ritual ablutions, nights apart so memorably pure. Haste, goddess, to my aid, for many a painted tablet on temple walls proclaims your saving power. And then my Delia, in payment of her vow, linen-clad shall sit before your holy door, and twice a day with loosened hair duly tell your praises, conspicuous among the Egyptian congregation. But grant that I may worship the penates of my fathers, and offer incense every month to the ancient La. How good the life in Saturn's reign, before the world was open into long roads. Pine timbers then had not defied blued waves, or spread billowing canvas to the winds. No roving sailor seeking profit from strange lands had freighted ship with foreign merchandise. No mighty bull in those days before the yoke, or stallion tamely chawed the bit. Houses had no doors, no stone stood in the fields to rule the arable with straight edge. There was money from the oak, and heavy uddered ewes offered milk on meeting carefree country folk. Anger and armies and war were not yet known. No blacksmith cruel craft had forged the sword. But now, in Jove's dominion, it is always wounds and slaughter. Now there is the sea and sudden death's 1,000 roads. Have mercy on me, Father, for although I am afraid, no perjury or blasphemy justifies the fear. But if today I have completed my predestined years, let my bones be laid beneath a stone inscribed, "Here lies Tibullus, wasted by untimely death, while serving with Messala on land and sea." My spirit, though, as I have always welcomed tender love, Venus herself will lead to the Elysian fields. There songs and dances flourish, and flitting everywhere sweetly sing the birds their slender throated tune, until the land bears cassia, and over whole acres heavy scented roses bloom with the rich loam. Young men and tender girls make sport, lined up together, continually engaging in battles of love. There are all those whom death raped while they were lovers, and they wear the myrtle in token on their hair. But the place of wickedness lies hidden deep in night, and all around it black rivers roar. Tisiphone, the fury, with snakes for hair uncombed, whips in all directions the godless multitude. Then black in the gateway, Cerberus serpent-mouthed hisses, lying guard before the brazen door. There's the guilty limbs of Juno's would-be ravisher, the bold Ixion, twist on the whirling wheel. And Tityus, spread-eagled over 9 terrestrial acres, feeds with bleeding flesh the indefatigable birds. They're in the pool of Tantalus. But when he stoops to drink, the water slides away from his raging thirst, and the Danaids, who violated Venus's majesty, are heaving Lethe water into leaking vats. Let any man lie there who desecrates my love and prays for my long service in the army. But Delia, please be true to me, and let the old duenna be there to guard your honour with her continual care. She shall tell you stories, and when the lamp is lit, draw the lengthening thread from her laden distaff, while the girls around her, intent on heavy stints, gradually for weariness nod off at their work. Then suddenly I shall arrive, and no one give you warning, but your first thought will be that I have dropped from heaven. Then simply as you are, in long-haired confusion, run to greet me, Delia, with naked feet. That is my desire. Let bright Aurora bring me on her rose-red steeds that shining morning star.